Hello and welcome back to the Cove with more EU4 Relentless Push East continued. We're fighting the Commonwealth, Burgundy and France, as well as two little minor powers, but that is nothing to be too concerned of. At the moment we are doing relatively well. The Commonwealth has not got a huge army, we easily outnumber them. They don't have much in the way of manpower. We've carpet sieged down a lot of their unguarded territory, so I feel like things are going fairly well. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a bit of a look. Let's see, where are the next couple of forts that we need to be aware of? Alright, so we've got Krakow and Poznan, and then we can move up in towards Stettin, I think it is. Yeah, there it is, Stettin. They have a fort up over here, and then so do the Commonwealth again. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to finish sieging down the Commonwealth. We'll zip up over here, get rid of these guys, zip over across to Bremen as well, and then I think we start making work against France and Burgundy. So with that in mind, let's just check in on things. We've got some troops that were previously black flagged. They're catching up with the rest of their, I guess we'll call it the division. These guys, we're just taking a couple of sieges. It looks like we will take a little bit of time to get some recuperation, and then we've still got some armies stacked up over here. Let's bring where's the stronger one of the two? I think we'll take you and we'll march forwards a little bit further. And you know what, do we have any siege general? Ivan, yes, Ivan has siege, so you know what, Ivan can head over to Krakow. That'll be fine, and we'll start working on that. Alright, looks like Gezikmuk has tried to claim some stuff of ours. I don't really care about that though, because that's not going to go very far. I am not concerned in the slightest. We've got our little friends, they're going through and sieging down all of the land that they can. In fact, yeah, everybody should be sieging, everybody's nice and loyal. There is no real hassles for us as of this moment, which is kind of nice. It's a very nice change. But either way, let's go ahead and start marching our way towards a couple more forts. The more control that we have, the better. So we will work on that, and then I think that should be fairly good. Yeah, I think we'll be fine. Alright, military leader has left us. Well, that is sad. Oh man, he was... Oh no, he wasn't our super siege general, but he was not a bad one either. Let's go ahead and recruit a new one. A 134, that's actually rather terrible. Okay, well, you know what, that's fine. You're not taking the siege directly, so I suppose that'll be fine. It does look like Stettin has sent a couple of troops up over here to the woods to try and take away a fortification, but we have it on defensive edicts, so that is going to be a very slow process for them. It looks like it's going to cost them, if I can just check in on the province. Yeah, it's going to take them 36 days for each siege tick, so that's not too bad. They've got decent siege ability, but we have better defensiveness, so we'll let that be, and we'll see who wants to join in and protect at some point. Alright, looks like a colony is self-sustaining. That should be one of our final frontiers that is sorted. In fact, that might actually be all of them. Hang on a second, was there one somewhere up over here? Okay, so there are a couple that are still being settled, but all in all, not really an issue anymore. Alright, so we'll leave that be. Let's just see what's going on at the front. Alright, these guys also seem to need a leader. It looks like assigned to the army of Poland. Okay, so we don't really need anyone there. Let's take this group of units and send them up over here. Oh, wait a second. 76 stack. Okay. I do need to be somewhat conscious. Let's bring you over here. We'll stay nice and grouped up. Let's see. What have we got here? Cannons and infantry. I'm going to assume they were part of this, so we'll send them down there in a minute, but we should be okay. The question of rights. Okay, what have we got going on? Subject of ours holds lands which we have a claim. Okay, do we take away from Nogai? Do we renounce the claim, or do we let it be? Alright, what core is this precisely? So let's see. We have a permanent claim on the region. It's Astrakani. It's already the right religion. It's fairly peaceful. No buildings of any note. Let's check out things as far as subjects are concerned. They have a decent amount of development, so realistically taking a little bit from them wouldn't be the worst idea. And it is part of a larger state that we do own, so you know what? We're going to take the province. Yeah, that'll upset them a little bit, but again, that's not the end of the world either. We'll go ahead and call that up. I think, in fact, we were even planning on... Yeah, we were planning on stating this up, and I don't know if we have... let's just double check. Coral provinces. Okay, so I think we can only make it a state if we own this final one over here. But again, we will work our way towards that objective at some time. Just another thought though too, since we're here, we have a fort, we have a second fort, we should probably think about a third at some point, somewhere around here to just stem the tide. I'm thinking over here is going to be our best spot. That way we'll have a nice little zone of control through here and force the Ottomans in future engagements to get stuck. So I think we might go ahead and invest in a fort there at some point. Right now that's not too much of a concern. We have bigger fish to fry right now and many years left in our truce timer. So let's go ahead and shuffle them into the army that they should be with. Actually, you know what? No, let's... Oh, wait a second. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. I was thinking about joining them with another group over there, but I think it'll be fine. Colonies are self-sustaining, we occupy more things, and it looks like it's now time for some military reforms. Alright, so, gain professionalism and military power for the next... we get the reform for the next 10 years, 20% greater morale of armies, and a military tech cost reduction. Ooh. Okay, I do like that idea potentially. Let's see. If we embraced ahead of time, we could be okay. We can reform the Navy for extra Diplo power and morale of Navy and Diplo tech, or we could do a little bit of both. Extra morale of armies, navies, and a small discount on both techs. You know what, right now, I think the main thing that I really prefer is the military power. That extra professionalism is going to be very nice. We should be able to... what have we got? We can refill garrisons, but we're going to go ahead and kick that up a notch. Professionalism is good to have. We've also got some decent army tradition as well, so it might actually be worth trying to get another general and improving there, since we have a little bit of extra power and nothing but time. But you know what? We'll see how things go. Alright, so what have we got over here? Farmlands. That's a fairly easy province for us to take. Let's go ahead and... we need 10 artillery, so let's go ahead and... first of all, let's combine. And let's make a new unit. We'll remove some of our people there, just to make sure that we have a pretty decent siege going on. You, my friend, can move a province over, just to make things a little bit cheaper and easier. And then, you know what? As much as this is a farmlands fort, and I don't normally go for them, this might give a little bit of trouble to the Commonwealth as they try and leave. So you know what? Let's go ahead and try a barrage. If we can take this much faster and prevent them from being able to get reinforcements into the area, or prevent them from running, even better. We did take that fort, which was nice and easy. Let's go and we'll combine those armies. Go ahead and bring you up over here. Now, let's see if we can track this 35 stack. We need to engage with them if possible. Any fights are probably going to be a good fight. Looks like military access. Sure, they're fighting the Ottomans. let them run and make it a bit more difficult for them to get annexed. Oh, and of course, we still left 2 cannons behind. Well, isn't that just brilliant? Alright, let's march you up over here for now. We'll find you some company soon. But we'll just let things be for now. Alright, so what have we got? No vision of them up over here. Looks like no guys running around sieging down some stuff. Yeah, I'm not really seeing too much else. Let's see. No sign of anything going on in Burgundy or France. Looks like Austria is expanding a little bit. They don't have a huge amount of manpower, so yeah, this could be troublesome. Yeah, they're just more of a nice little buffer in between our lands and theirs and preventing our reinforcements from flowing through too quickly. But there's the Siege of Poznan, so that is excellent. Let's go ahead and take a good old 10-1. May as well reduce their numbers while we can. And then, let's see, you've got 2 siege, so let's move you up over there. We'll bring another 25 stack to Newmark, and then there's, oh wait a second, 40 stack. We'll bring that nearby as well, I think. Yeah, just to make sure that we have a decent front line. Alright, looks like those cannons were no match, no surprises there, but let's go ahead and see. Yeah, it looks like they might be stacking up over here, which is going to be a bit of a problem. The good news is I can't take out Austria very quickly, and we have a whole bunch of defensive forts. We do have military access throughout the HRE. So, you know, yeah, we'll just have to take it one step at a time. But I think what we'll do is let's move over to Bremen. Let's go ahead and work on that, and then let's see. Let's bring some reinforcements for them as well. Let's go. Let's see. Let's move up over here. And then I think we'll get this 2 stack to group up with this 29 stack. And we will use that as some extra reinforcements and make sure that we have an overbearing presence so they don't try anything too silly. Alright, so that's all good. Let's also make sure that we do hand off our new forts to Georgia. That is very good for us. Get that extra defensiveness going. Up to 85% is quite nice. Do they have ramparts? No. What do we have? Georgian tradition. Oh, that we're producing salt here. Okay. That's why we're getting that. That makes sense. Let's just double check if there's any others that I've missed. I think that's good. We've handed everything off to Georgia that we need, so that'll be acceptable. Looks like Pskov has been looted. Oh, you barbarians. Okay, well that is unfortunate. Looks like they were making progress there. I think I just underestimated the fort level that we had there. I thought it was upgraded, so that's my bad. We will not make that same mistake going into our next war though. But that's fine. Let's go ahead and march you down over here as well. This should be fairly easy. Let's see, what have we got? Friends in need. Military power. Get better opinion with no guy. Or lose opinion. You know what? That's fine. A little bit of military power and helping out our vassal is fine by me. Makes up for the opinion that we lost earlier, so that's good for us. Let's also go ahead and barrage on these forts. These very annoying coastal forts do get some nice little benefits. And since we don't have a navy that can really contend right now, it's yeah, a little bit more difficult. Although, theoretically, we should double check. We are building up. We could even build a flagship if we so desired. And you know what? We have nothing but money, so yeah, let's go ahead and build one of these while we're waiting out war. Let's build this in, I don't know, St. Petersburg seems reasonable. We'll build a heavy ship just because they are that much harder to sink. We'll go ahead and we will take trade power per ship and fleet. I think that is a good choice for helping us make money outside of war. We could also go ahead and pick up fleet movement speed. That's not bad. And then... what else do we want? We could go for some durability. That's not a bad idea. Could go for better siege, but again, we're not going to be sieging that many on the coast. Maybe we go for... ooh, better cannons? That would be nice. But you know what? That's only for ours. Maybe we just go for engagement width. Yeah, let's go for the engagement width, especially in the in these low waters, these shallow waters. Being able to fit in a few more galleys, if we do get to go for that, would be particularly nice. And so, yeah, that would be quite worthwhile. Alright, looks like France is sending a lot of men to die on that siege over there. That is quite unfortunate for them. They'll be chewing through that manpower relatively fast. It does look like... oh, hang on a second. Commonwealth troops. Let's go... oh, wait a second. You've got 3 siege. You have 2 siege. You're a better general. Okay, let's move you over here, and then we'll swap out, and then these two will go ahead and march down over there. Let's go that way. Let's just make sure that we do get to that fort before we run away, so we don't lose any progress. And it does look like global trade has now been established. It started in Calais. Oh. Well, that's a little far away for my personal likings, but you know what? It is what it is. Kudos to Great Britain. At least we're not rivaled to you, so it shouldn't take too long to spread to us. Alright, so we need Mikhail. Yes, let's go ahead and race down over here. Let's get ready to beat up some of the Commonwealth's troops. Those guys are already on the way, so that is good. Yeah, this should be... oh no, they already took it. Darn. Alright, well, you know what? We'll take that back fairly quickly. I don't expect that they'll do too much. These guys will also be headed straight there, so we'll have reinforcements if we miss that fort. Yeah, but I don't see them doing particularly well. It should only take us a couple of days to get there, and if they don't get a tick, we may be able to take that back fairly quickly, because they have only 100 in the garrison. Yeah, we definitely got there at a good time. So, you'll arrive on the 29th. I guess we'll take one big tick of attrition, which is unfortunate, but that should mean... bother. Never mind. Let's just go ahead and back up a couple of troops for now. In fact, you know what? I have a question. Should we maybe zip back over here and chase down these Stetonites? Is that your way of regard? Either way, I'm not sure. But it does look like Austria might be chasing them down, so I'm not too concerned if that's their goal. They should win that rather resoundingly. Otherwise, I was thinking we'd send one stack over there just to prevent them from doing any shenanigans. These guys, let's just move a little bit closer and make sure that we are nice and protected. There go a bunch of our cores as well, so let's just check in. Yeah, we've only got the one province that we do need to hand off to Nogai, I think it is. So that is what it is. We can at least now start converting, so that is very nice to see. And then... actually, you know what? We are getting close on that governing capacity. I think we need to build a couple of buildings for minimizing that. As much as I do love my production and my taxes, or at least making people pay those things to me, I think we might need to go ahead and start working on a few courthouses. Let's go ahead and queue up a couple more, because when we're done with this war, we'll definitely have a whole stack more to cause trouble. Alright, Siege of Prague is over. No surprises there. That was fairly easy. Let's send... 60,000 troops. Let's head over to Paris directly if possible. Oh, wait, no. That would be a less than ideal position. Let's maybe work on some forts against Burgundy. Let's go for... hang on, let's just double check. So we have Burgundy here, forts all the way around. That's kind of irritating, but it is what it is. Let's move one over here and the other to there. That way we'll try and make a quick zip through Burgundy's territory, then we'll go straight to Paris, try to get rid of France, work our way back through Burgundy, and then finally the Commonwealth, assuming of course that we don't get a white peace before then. Alright, but either way, that is Stettin over and done with, so let's just march our troops over to the Commonwealth land. And I think we can peace them out. We do have a free diplomat, so that is good. We can take all of their money. We can... let's see, what do we want to do? And a rivalry, maybe? You know what? War reparations, steer trade. A couple of reasons off. You know what? Sure. We'll leave that be for now. We'll get a full peace deal out of you guys. That's not going to be too bad. And in fact, you know, let's just also make sure that we do hand this to Georgia. Money we don't have to spend on their upkeep of forts is all the better. And it's easy for us to pay off their debts in the long run. So, not too bad. Alright, how are we doing? 28%? Well, hopefully that keeps on working out. Let's see, 30, minus 35, minus 14. These are kind of terrain. Woods? Both, okay. Well, you know what then, if that is the case, let's go ahead and barrage on both. Either one is a bad fight for us right now, so if we can speed that up, all the better. It does look like they're trying to avoid engagements with us, so that is ideal. Worst comes to worst, and they peace out Austria while I peace out the others. It just means that we get more of the lion's share of money and whatever have you when we peace out in the end, so, you know, swings and roundabouts. We'll see how it all goes. Alright, corruption or lose trade efficiency. You know what? Corruption it is. That is easily done. We have, in our economy, yeah, not that much corruption to really worry about. We lose 0.4 per year, and so 0.5 is not really that, not really that much of a thing, even with our overextension. Alright, looks like Stettin is looking for peace, so let's see if they're willing to give us what we requested. It does not look like that's going to be the case for now. Looks like the siege of... oh, the next Commonwealth siege is already gone, so that's excellent. What have we got here? Establish a penal colony in Vasilic. Vasilic? Yeah. Let's see. Local unrest. Gain some settlers. Or lose admin power. You know what? You're kind of way out in the middle of nowhere. Sounds good. Set it up. Unrest is not really an issue for us. Yeah, colonies are too small to generate unrest. So, let it be. Yep. There we go. Alright, oh dear, okay. A few things all at once. Let's see, what have we got? Conversions. A siege is over for Cleves. That is also rather nice. And then estate modifiers. So that was this one here from Burgundy. Okay, let's march on to the next one. We also now have to deal with the famine of 1600. Lose some progress and legitimacy. Goods produced modifier goes down. Alright, we could also lose money, which is not ideal. Or Sudebnik progress as well as prestige. But you know what? Prestige is fairly easy to come by, so I'm leaning towards that. That is Sudebnik. That is this one. Let's just go ahead and fire that off first. Yeah, we'll reduce the local autonomy. And then, yeah, the Patriarchs can deal with that. The prestige will easily be handled through this war, so I'm not too concerned about that. Let's go and march you onto the next province for now. You're heading down over here. Let's hand this off. Actually, hang on a second. We have two. So let's select them both and hand off to Georgia. Excellent. Advancements of the Patriarch. Alright, what have we got going on here? Alright, influence, no big deal. Siege of Bremen is over, so that is them out of the way. Let's move on to our next couple of forts. Let's get our reinforcements down to where they need to be. And I think we should be in a pretty good position. Yeah. Alright, so once we get out of the territory, let's go ahead and peace out Bremen. We have 100%, so we can take all of their money. We'll get 44... out of the 60 ducats, so 75% isn't too bad. And then we will also go ahead and we will war reparations and steer trade. No? 6 reasons. You know what? I can't be bothered coming back. Let's just go with transfer trade power. That's fine. Yeah. So let's go ahead and... Oh, wait a second. We can also, before I forget, annul some treaties or rivalries for bonus prestige? No. Alright, what about... let's not kick them out of the Commonwealth. We do want them to stick around if possible. We don't want them to get annexed. But say goodbye to Opole and Saxony. I think that seems reasonable. Alright, we'll send that demand. That'll be plentiful. Alright, Stettin's still looking to peace out. It looks like they are now fully occupied, so that should be easy enough in a couple of days. More occupations are going our way. Does look like everything's still safe on the home front there, so that's not too bad. Let's just go... What have we got? Cultural unrest? What province is this? All the way over here. Autonomy's pretty terrible. It's not a part of a state that I'm aware of. Maybe it could potentially be. Ooh, actually, Crimea might become a state very quickly. You know what? Let's go ahead and do that before I forget. That will give us some nice little bonuses there. We'll also go ahead and core all of those. That's fine. But over here, let's just check. We have extra trade power. We do probably want to go ahead and make that a state at some point. But we're still working on the conversion. Let's go ahead and... Local unrest? That'll only last for 5 years, so I guess it's not the worst. The unrest is relatively high. I think... you know what? Yeah, the intolerance will disappear. The active missionary will disappear. That'll take it down to 9. Maybe we just go ahead and give them the autonomy for now. Just make it a little bit easier. Yeah, we're not generating a whole bunch as it is. It's not an actual state, so we'll just let that keep on ticking down. Yeah, that'll have to be fine. Looks like the Age of Reformation is ending in under 10 years, so we do have to worry about that. And you know what? Before I forget, let's also check in on the institution. So, let's go ahead and see how we're going at the moment. We're getting 6 per month in our capital. That is really, really nice. That'll take us, yeah, a year. And then everything else is a little bit slower. But the bonuses that we have a province with a level 3 center of trade, a level 2 or higher for a center of trade, decent trade power of at least 45, 35, and 20 respectively. Printing press and trade power is also pretty good. So we'll get extra when we have the neighboring province, and let's see, adjacent has global trade and loyal burgers with 30% land share present. Huh. Well, they're not going to get that much land, but it's still nice to know that it's going to be spreading relatively quickly throughout our lands, so that isn't too much of a concern. No, I don't think it'll be much of a concern at all. But either way, let's go ahead and say goodbye to Stettin. It looks like if we held out for a couple more months, we could get them to transfer all the trade. To steer the trade, sorry, but we're just going to go with transfer trade power. I can't be bothered leaving them around. And then let's also go and... who else? What else do we do? Can't make them into rivalry. We've already got war reps. Let's just go ahead and, yeah, say goodbye. I think that'll be fine. We'll still get the majority of the money, so that's all that I care about. Let's go ahead and say goodbye. Excellent. And then with our money, let's go ahead and continue on investing in our government. Let's go for another couple of courthouses. In fact, you know, we'll go for... Yeah, we'll just do these first 3. That will be fine. Yeah, alright. So, let's see. How are we doing? Yeah, Austria's not enjoying this too much. They're down to minus 25%, but again, as soon as they disappear, our war score is going to go through the roof. But it looks like if they want to trade bases, we can happily play that game. In fact, let's go ahead and make sure that it is a game that we win. burn a little bit of power there. We do lose a little bit to attrition, but I think we should be fine. Yeah, we should be fine. We'll make it to where we need to be fairly quickly. Can we march through? Not yet. Alright, so at least let's march over there, and then these guys can stay where they are. Yeah, I don't see them trying to cause us too much issue. I think what we'll do is we'll take Paris and maybe Chartres and Cayenne around there, and that should be all that we need to get rid of France, and they are the heavy hitters right now. 80,000 men and 42,000 in reserve. Not exactly anything that'll make us quake in our boots, but at the same time too, they are the they'll be the longest lasting threat in this entire endeavor, so we will deal with them. But I think that is what we're going to deal with tomorrow. So if you do want to see more, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is the best way to catch all future content, and I'll see you next time. So until then, thank you for tuning into the Leviathan Cove. This is the Leviathan, signing out.